here. And then we'll get started, hopefully as close to on time as possible. People on Zoom. I'm sending a chat to everybody. Hey y'all. There's the Spotify playlist. For Zoomers, I'm getting to YouTube and Facebook just 1 second. There's a YouTube playlist if you prefer. I think that's everything I have to do in Zoom. Same with working on Facebook and YouTube, and then we'll get started. My computer's muted, we won't hear it. Let's see if this new wide angle lens can look a little bit better. Don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Did I make it worse? As long as I didn't make it worse, we're happy. Almost ready, everybody. Let me know if you have any requests. You can comment in the Zoom chat. You can comment on the Facebook chat. You can comment on the YouTube chat. No promises that I'll see it after I start. Hi, Tova. Hi, Susan. Spotify playlist linked on both YouTube and Facebook. YouTube playlist linked on both YouTube and Facebook. And then after class, if you are watching on YouTube or Facebook and you would like to make a donation, I post those links too. We appreciate your support. We like to offer these classes. Donation is, of course, not mandatory or expected, just appreciated greatly. Good morning. There we go. I think we're ready to start. What did I forget? Anybody want to tell me what I forgot? Yes, I will reshare the playlist. Yes, yes, yes. 1 second. There's the playlist one more time for those of you who joined. Hey y'all. Those of you who joined Zoom after I sent it, it is the newest chat. I'll just send it one more time. It looks like we got a couple more people joining. So welcome. My name is Laura. This is Motown Vinyasa. I have my Motown playlist for you. I woke up to a text from my dad. He was sharing a song with a little story of it when he listened to it when he was 15 in 1971. I think were the numbers. I'm not good with memory and numbers. But so yeah, he shared one of those new songs with me that I added to the playlist. I hope you enjoy it. And we've had requests for hip openers. We've had requests for movement in the thoracic spine, which we'll get into. And we've had a request for core work. Just kidding. I'm going to teach core work, and I wanted to blame it on somebody else. But I just couldn't do that to you. You can blame me rather than somebody else. Okay, let's get started in a comfortable seat, please. Now my computer's out of the frame there. One second, almost there. Okay, let's get started in a comfortable seated position, please. Close your eyes and sit up tall. Rest your hands on your legs or in your lap and relax your shoulders. And find a balance. So if you tend to shift forward to the fronts of your sitting bones with your low back swayed into your body, or you tend to kind of round to the back of your sitting bones so that your tailbone points forward, find a balance between those 2 points so that you feel grounded through the bottom of your sitting bones and so that you can lengthen up and out from there. Begin to deepen your breath. And just for a moment, without overthinking it, without trying to make it anything complicated, allow your breath to deepen, both in length and in quality. Notice how your breath moves, and notice how your breath brings you here into your body and into this moment. With your awareness turned within, ask yourself the question, how can I use this practice to be really kind to myself? How can I use this practice to serve my body instead of doing it the other way around? So that you're using every pose and every sensation as a way to give a gift to yourself. Bring your hands to prayer at your chest and bow your mind to your heart. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, you can do that now. Lift your chin from your chest, open your eyes, and release your hands away from your heart. I'm going to stay seated for just a couple of little sensations. My neck has been bothering me, so I figured, I'm sure that's just not an uncommon affliction. So go ahead and sit up tall and drop your right ear toward your right shoulder. Soften both of your shoulders. If you feel enough, stay right here. So I always teach lots of levels, lots of variations, and sometimes we call them bus stops, so you get off at the right bus stop for you. If you do want to create a little bit more stretch, take your right hand up and around to the left side of your head. So we're creating length in the left side of the neck rather than just compressing the right. From there, you could also reach your left arm down and out away from your left ear. The more you extend through your fingers, the more stretch you'll feel down lower by your shoulder. You can also push out through the heel of your hand and flex your fingers more back toward your forearm. Release, other side. Drop your left ear toward your left shoulder. Take your left hand up and around to the right side of your head. Optional. Also optional, extend your right arm down and out away from your right ear. If you have a sensitive neck, if you have any neck injury or issue, you might not need to add the arms. So first example of how are you using this pose to serve your own body instead of the other way around. You don't have to do everything I offer. You don't have to do everything that you think the practice expects of you. This practice has no expectations for you. Release your hands. Movement with the neck as you move your chin down through center, half circles. Ear to one shoulder. Move a little slower than might be your tendency so that you can react, so that you can respond to the messages that your body is sending you. So slow, sweeping motions. Your neck. Okay, neutral chin, bring your chin to level like it's parallel to the floor, and lengthen through the back of your neck a little bit more. Take an inhale, stretch your arms out and up. Circle your arms up to the ceiling. Palms don't have to touch, they might come together. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your chest, and blow all the old air out. Inhale, circle your arms out and up. Reach high, deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your chest and empty your lungs. Last time, inhale, stretch your arms out and up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your chest. Place your right hand on your left knee. Move your left hand toward the floor behind you. Sit up tall, inhale. Exhale, turn to look back over your left shoulder. Push your left knee forward into your right hand and turn your rib cage open on top of your pelvis. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release, facing forward, other side. Take your left hand to your right knee. Place your right hand on the floor or something behind you. You could use a book or a prop. Sit up tall, inhale. Exhale, turn to look back over your right shoulder as you turn your rib cage open on top of your pelvis. Push your right knee forward into your left hand. And see if you can breathe more into your belly. Exhale, release, facing forward, child's pose. Please make your way onto a tabletop of all fours. Then close your big toes together so that they touch behind you. Take your knees a little bit wider apart than your hips. If you want to feel more of a hip opener right off the bat, take your knees even wider toward the edges of your mat. Sit your hips towards your heels. It's okay if your hips don't touch your heels. It's just a directional cue. And then place your forehead down onto either the floor or a book or a yoga block or your stacked arms. And find a very gentle rocking, so your head is on the floor. Rock your head gently from side to side so you feel a massage across the front of your forehead. It should only feel really good in your neck, so if anything doesn't feel good in your neck, just skip it. Move slower than maybe is your tendency. Lift yourself up to a tabletop, all fours. Close your knees until they're just underneath your hips and extend your toes straight back from your knees. Spread out your fingers and place your wrists under your shoulders. Take a big inhale, look up, drop your belly, fill your lungs. Exhale, round your back, press your spine to the sky, tuck your chin, tuck your tail. Inhale, look up. Drop your belly. Spread your sitting bones open from each other. Then exhale, round your back. Press your spine to the sky. Press the back of your ribcage more to your back body. Keep moving with your own breathing. Inhales, look up, belly down. And exhales, round your back. Or you can move in other ways. So you can keep going up and down with your spine. Or go side to side with your ribs. Or go around in a circle with your rib cage, one direction and then the other. So our first movement into the entire spine like this, but if you're asking to target the thoracic spine, you could focus your awareness in the middle of your back, either arching and lowering, so cat and cow there, or kind of moving around with the sides of your body. I like to target my lower back muscles a little bit by shifting back, and you could, of course, do the same in the upper back or closer to your neck. Downward dog. Keep the warm-up movement idea. Keep the lack of expectations. Tuck your toes, stretch your hips up and back. You can pedal out your legs by bending one knee at a time and reaching the other heel more down to the floor and finding that this was not the best shape. Here we go. Take it easy on yourself. How are you using your first down dog to be really kind to yourself? Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Standing forward fold at the back of your mat. You can bend your knees either a lot or a little. Grab a hold of opposite elbows or upper arms. Slow down your breathing and breathe in a mindful way. You release your arms so that they drape back down to the floor. Bend your knees more, drop your head. Slowly roll to standing. Your chin will be the last to lift. Let your arms just hang and slowly rise. I'm almost in the frame. Inhale, stretch your arms out and up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Lead with your heart. Drop your head, drop your arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull the front of your heart through your shoulders to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold. Again, just a halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen your spine, lengthen the sides of your body. Exhale, fold. Last time, inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen, even keep the back of your neck long so you're looking at your mat. Exhale, downward dog. Put your hands on the floor. Walk your hands out to the top of your mat. And set your knees down onto the floor so that you're on your same tabletop again. Extend your right leg straight back behind you and set your right foot down onto the floor behind you. So the toes are curled under. Press down and back with your right heel. Press down and forward with your hands until you feel a calf stretch in the lower part of your right leg. Lift the back of your right knee up to the ceiling like I'm showing. Make your right leg as straight as you can get it. You could drop your chin to your chest if that feels good in the back of your neck. And point your tailbone down at your right heel. So instead of sway in the low back, point your tailbone at your right heel. Other side, release your right knee down next to your left. Extend your left leg straight back. And set your left foot down on the floor. Press down and forward with your hands. Press down and back with your left heel. Protect your low back with an engagement in your belly. So that's instead of belly down, tailbone up, point your tailbone at your left heel. My calves are really sore today, so that's what's dictating this. I hope that you enjoy it too. Downward dog. Tuck your toes, stretch your hips up and back. Then inhale, lift your right leg, stretch it high behind you. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Help your foot forward if it doesn't make it. Set your left knee all the way down onto the floor and untuck your left toes. Take an inhale, stretch your arms to the ceiling. Move your hips down and forward. Exhale, place your hands on the floor and step forward. Left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen a lot. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your chest. Inhale, stretch your arms out and up. Reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen your heart forward. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. So it's the right foot that's going back. The left foot stayed forward. Set your right knee down onto the ground. You can untuck your right toes. Take a big long breath and reach up. Take your arms to the ceiling. Lift your heart up a lot. Move your hips down and forward. Exhale, plank. Put your hands down. Step back and hold. Place your heels in line with your sitting bones. Make your legs really straight. Hug your low belly up and point your tailbone at your heels. Hug your front ribs to your back ribs and push the floor away from you with your two hands. Stay here, take a huge breath in. Downward dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. You can always move slower than I'm moving if you want to. Set your right knee down onto the ground and untuck your right toes. Hips low, reach your arms up. Take a long breath in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step forward, right foot meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Reach your arms up high. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your chest. Inhale, stretch your arms high, deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Step your left foot back. Right foot is staying forward. Put your hands down. Left foot all the way back. Set your left knee down onto the floor. I know it's a Sunday morning puzzle. Untuck your left toes. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Deep breath in. Exhale, plank. Put your hands down. Step back and hold. So we've got the heels sitting bone distance apart. Lift the backs of your knees to the ceiling. Push the floor away from you with your hands and lift the whole front of your body up to the back of your body. Stay here, take a deep breath in. Downward dog, exhale. Pedal it out or find some movement. If you prefer stillness, keep it. Okay, one more time, plank pose. Inhale, roll through your belly. Lift your chin away from your chest. Exhale, lower to your belly. You can do that with your knees up or down. If you're pregnant, of course, hang out on a tabletop, and you can do your cow pose when we do cobra. Untuck your toes, point your toes back so it's the tops of the feet down. Press down firmly with your feet, and press down even more with the pinky toe side of your feet. Keep your hands where they are to the sides of your chest. Press your pubic bone down into the floor to lengthen your low back. Cobra, inhale, lift your heart. You can stay really low. You can use your back muscles more to lift your chest. Hug your elbows close into your ribs and make the back of your neck long. Stay here, take a deep breath in, lift the front of your heart. Exhale, lower down, forehead to the floor. Tabletop, inhale, hands and knees. Downward dog, exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, feet forward. Step, walk, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, rise to standing. Reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your chest. Inhale, stretch your arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga, that means mid-plank. Put your hands down, step your feet to the back of your mat and lower either halfway or all the way. Untuck your toes, cobra or up dog. Inhale, lift your heart. Be low cobra, high cobra, or up dog. Downward dog, exhale. Spread your fingers out wide and make your hands really strong. Push the floor away from you with your hands like you can grow your arms longer out of your shoulders, down into the floor. And stretch your hips higher up and back from your armpits. Stretch your hips higher up and back from the heels of your hands. Press strongly back through your thigh bones and feel that you can stand stronger and heavier down into your feet. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, feet forward. Step, walk, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen. All four sides of your torso get long. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, rise to standing. Reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your chest. Inhale, stretch your arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen a lot. Exhale, chaturanga. Put your hands down, step or hop, and lower slowly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Lift your heart. Make the back of your neck long. Down dog. Exhale. Breathe slowly. Breathe in a way that serves you. How are you using this practice as a way to be really kind to yourself? Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, feet forward, step or jump. Stay here, close your feet all the way together. So your big toes are touching, heels can be touching or a little bit apart if it's more comfortable that way. Chair pose, inhale, sit your hips low, reach your arms up. Hold here, keep breathing. If arms up doesn't feel good to you, you could do cactus bend in the arms, or you could place your hands on your hips. Shift the weight back into your heels and sit deeper. Squeeze your legs together on each other. Hug your low belly back to the front of your spine. And lift your heart up like it's moving through your shoulders to the ceiling. And bring your hands to prayer at your chest. Shift your weight to your right foot. Keep your right knee bent. Extend your left leg slowly straight back through the air behind you and land your left foot at the back of your mat. Reach your arms to the ceiling unless you prefer keeping your hands in prayer at your chest. So we've got the right foot forward and the left foot back. The feet are not on a tightrope. If your feet landed on a tightrope, heel toe your right foot over to the right some so that you feel steadier. Sit deeply into the bend in your right knee and lift the back of your left knee toward the ceiling. Take one more inhale, reach up. Warrior two, exhale, place your back heel down. Extend your arms out long, parallel to the floor. We've got a nice long stance between the 2 feet. Bend your right knee a lot. In reverse warrior, reach up and back with your arm. Exhale, chaturanga or down dog. Hands down, step back, lower slowly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, feet forward, step or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and stay here. Close your feet all the way together. Chair. Inhale, sit your hips low, reach your arms up. Cactus bend in the arms, so cactus bend. Or hands to hips. You can hold there too. Squeeze your legs together at the inseams. Shift the weight back into your heels and sit deeper. Tone your belly and lift your heart. Okay, bring your hands to prayer at your chest. Lift your heart to your thumbs. Shift your weight to your left foot. Pick your right foot up off the floor. It's going to move slowly like it's going through molasses, through the air, to land your right foot on the floor, way far back there at the back of your mat. Inhale, stretch your arms up unless you prefer a different variation. Sit deeply into the bend in your left knee. Lift the back of your right knee toward the ceiling any amount. Stay here one more inhale. Warrior two, exhale. When you place your back heel down in that transition, should put you at heel to heel alignment. Bend your left knee straight forward and make your right leg powerfully straight. Inhale, reverse warrior, long breath in, long left side. Exhale, chaturanga or down dog. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, feet forward, step or jump. Sit down onto the floor. Lie down onto your back. Pregnancy, during this core work, you can do everything that we do. You could do everything with your feet on the floor. So I'm going to be teaching a lot of, adding legs and upper body together. If you're pregnant, skip the legs. You can leave your feet on the floor. Interlace your hands behind the back of your head. Wrap your elbows so that they point toward the ceiling above you. Pick your feet up off the floor. Stack your knees over your hips and make your shins parallel to the floor. Take an inhale, lift your shoulder blades up off the ground and curl your low back down into the floor. Feel like somebody's helping you by pulling your upper arms up and out away from your shoulders to lift your upper body higher. Now twist your elbows up and over to your right. Legs don't change, hips don't change. Lift your upper body up and over to your right. Then keep your knees together, but straighten your left leg to the ceiling. Either hold right here, or for more intensity, drop your left leg 45 degrees out and away from you. Either hold here, or for more intensity, extend your left leg so that it hovers an inch off the floor in front of you. Stay in the twist, keep the pose. We're changing the arms. Reach your arms forward and away from you, away from your shoulders, so that your arms, like you're holding an imaginary yoga block between your hands, over to the right side of your right leg. Push your fingertips farther. If your left leg is extended straight or close to the ground, lift it 45 degrees. If your left leg is lifted 45 degrees, lift it all the way up. Bring your knees together. Bend your knees 90 degrees. Bring your hands behind the back of your head and interlace them. Lift your elbows through center, inhale. Exhale, twist to your left. Just the upper body, just the elbows are changing, up and over to your left. Stay here. Try to lift your left shoulder blade up off the floor and twist deeper. Straighten your right leg to the ceiling. Knees are still together. If your right hamstrings feel tight, don't have to be straight. Either hold here or drop your right leg so that it extends 45 degrees out and away from you. Or drop your right leg so it hovers an inch off the floor in front of you. Hold here, twist deeper. Take your arms forward to the left side of your left leg. Extend your arms out and away from from both of your shoulders, and push your fingers farther from where they are now. If your right leg is low, lift it 45 degrees. Then straight up to the ceiling so that your knees are together. Bend your knees 90 degrees. Stay in the twist. Bring your hands behind the back of your head. Lift your elbows up through center a lot. Inhale. Release. Exhale. We did it. It is so hot in this room today. I can't say that I hate it, but it's making it for a special and unique practice for me. And the AC is too loud to put on when we have the microphones on and all that, so it's okay. Hug your knees to your chest. Grab on behind your thighs. Use a little bit of momentum to rock yourself up to boat pose so that you're balancing on your two sitting bones and your tailbone, kind of like a tripod, so that your body from your knees to your hips to your shoulders makes makes a V shape. We'll keep the hands behind the thighs. Inhale, lift your heart up a lot. Exhale, roll your spine to rock back to your shoulders. Use momentum and lift yourself back up to boat pose. So hopefully you're a little bit wobbly on that lift up. So the idea is not to be really steady, and it's not to be really good at it, because when you're good at it, you're not changing or growing. If you need more of a challenge, do it with straight legs. As you rock back, you can get a little bit momentum, and then try to hit the brakes and pause. Tone your belly one more time. Roll back to your shoulders. Roll up to boat, hit the brakes. Reach your arms forward if you need more. Stay here, take a deep breath in, lift your heart. Stand up at the top of your mat, forward fold, feet to the floor, hips to the ceiling. Drop your head. Close your feet all the way together. Inhale, chair pose, sit your hips low, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your chest. Inhale, lift your heart to your thumbs. Exhale, shift your weight to your right foot. Pick your left foot up off the floor. Slowly extend your left leg straight back behind you and land your left foot at the back of your mat. Inhale, stretch your arms up, reach high. Warrior two, exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach up and back with your right arm. Stay here. Extended side angle, exhale. Right elbow to right thigh, but go ahead and place your left hand on your left hip for a different variation. So right elbow to right thigh, or right hand can go onto a block or the floor, depending on how much of a hip opener you need. Turn your left chest open away from the floor, but bring your chin in line with your chest so that the back of your neck is long. Extend your left fingers out away from your left shoulder so you're reaching to the back of your mat. Drop your right ear toward your right shoulder. A familiar feeling, we did this in the beginning of class. And turn your left hand palm face up. Inhale, extend your left arm alongside your left ear. Exhale, release your hands to the floor. They frame the right foot. Step forward, left foot meets the right feet all the way together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sit your hips low, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your chest. Lift your heart to your thumbs, inhale. Exhale, shift your weight to your left foot. Pick your right foot up off the floor as slow as you can. Extend your right leg straight back behind you. The left leg stays bent. Land your right foot at the back of your mat. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Warrior two, exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach up and back with your left arm. Extended side angle, exhale. We'll do right hand to right hip. Place your left elbow. Either it bears weight on top of the left thigh, or you could do hand to block or hand to floor, depending on how much you need to feel. Turn your right chest open away from the floor. Bend your left knee straight forward. And drop your left ear in the direction toward your left shoulder so you're not using your neck muscles to hold up the weight of your head. And reach your right arm to the back of your mat. Turn your right hand, palm face up. Inhale, reach your right arm alongside your right ear. Take a deep breath to your right lung. Exhale, release your hands to the floor. Step forward, right foot meets the left. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Reach your arms all the way up. We've got straight legs. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your chest. Inhale, stretch your arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, heart forward. Exhale, chaturanga or down dog. Put your hands down, step back, and lower slowly. Inhale, cobra or up dog, lift your heart. Downward dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your chest. Lift your heart to your thumbs, tone your belly, inhale. Chair pose, exhale, step your left foot next to your right and stay low. Tone your belly, lift your heart, inhale. Exhale, shift your weight to your right foot. We're gonna actually hold warrior 3 here. Extend your left leg straight back behind you like we've done twice, but this time make both of your legs as straight as you can get them. We're standing on the right foot. Pull the front of your heart more forward. Extend more back with your left heel. Crescent, land your left foot back, reach your arms up, inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Extended side angle, same idea, left hand to left hip, right forearm to right thigh. We'll keep the left hand on the left hip here. Look down at the floor in front of your right toes. That's where your right hand is gonna go. You can reach for the floor now. Push off your back foot, stand on your right leg. I probably have to move myself back a little bit, but you can keep your right foot at the top of your mat. So right hand either to the floor or a block underneath your right shoulder. Turn your left chest open away from the floor. Option, reach your left arm to the ceiling. Looking down will keep you steadier. Looking up or closing your eyes will bring you a lot of challenge. Stay here, take a deep breath in. Warrior 2, exhale. Land your left foot at the back of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up and back. Exhale, chaturanga or down dog. You can step back with me into down dog or lower slowly through vinyasa. Inhale, up dog if you're moving, or cobra of course. Downward dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at your chest. Turn your belly, lift your heart, inhale. Exhale, chair, step your right foot next to your left and sit low. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, warrior 3, shift your weight onto your left foot. Pick your right foot up and extend your right leg back behind you. Both legs are trying to grow as straight as they can. If your bottom leg needs to stay bent because of your hamstrings feeling short or tight, that's fine. Make your lifted leg as straight as you can get it. Close your right hip more down to the floor. Crescent, land your right foot back, reach your arms up, inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle with your right hand on your right hip. Look down at the floor in front of your left foot. Reach your left hand for that point where you're looking. Bend your back leg and push off, half moon. I'll step myself back. Left hand either on a block or on the floor, underneath your left shoulder. Flex your right foot and turn your right toes open away from the floor. You could either keep your right hand on your right hip or reach your right arm up to the ceiling. This pose is called half moon, Sanskrit name Ardha Chandrasana. I love that. Stay here, inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Land your right foot at the back of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga or down dog. And inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Good work. Everybody, we're going to move right into pigeon. Take your right shin forward across the top of your mat. Set your right knee down onto the floor. You might have to pull your right heel really close to the front of your left hip to make that happen. You could keep your right sitting bone, your pelvis up away from the floor, or you could move your left knee back and sit deeper. So which is your bus stop? Lower onto your forearms. You can untuck your left toes and relax your left ankle. So this pose here is serving many purposes. I was going to say dual purpose, but I realized mid-sentence it's many, many purposes. Obvious purpose, hip opener of the right side, a glute stretch. A lot of times, especially after challenging standing sequence and balance poses, I like to take a seated meditation before we even go on to any physical sensation. But can you allow this pose to be that for you today? A place where you can slow down your breathing. Not that we have stopped feeling challenge of any kind, but there is a distinct difference between what we were doing when we were standing or doing core work and what we're doing now. So can you arrive here letting go of what did or didn't happen in the first 3/4 of this class? And can you be here now in your body? Down dog to switch sides. If you need movement in between sides, you can go through a tabletop or a tripod down dog or any way that you like to move before your second pigeon. And we'll take the left shin forward across the top of your mat. Like I said, the first time your hips do not have to be low and your front shin does not ever have to be parallel to the top edge of your mat. It's just a farther along bus stop for if you don't feel enough. Make your right leg feel long back behind you. Lower to your forearms. I'm keeping my head cranked up to look at the zoomers and to look at the lens. But I'd like you to totally relax your neck. It's either resting down, head on the floor, head on a stack of pillows, books, your forearms, something. And relax your belly. Open and close your mouth wide a couple times. Wiggle around the lower part of your jaw. Notice if there was tension there. How's your breathing? Downward dog. We'll release from here, downward dog. Nobody wanted to move, huh? Me neither. Go ahead and make your way to a comfortable seat. From your comfortable seat, extend your right leg straight out on the floor in front of you. Bring the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right leg. Reach your arms to the ceiling, inhale. Exhale, fold over your right leg. Flex your right foot, so pull your toes back toward you and press your heel forward away from your sitting bone. Those of you who take my class know I have this hang up about the arms stretching forward. So instead of like straining your arms for your toes, in my opinion, it changes nothing about the pose just to relax the arms. So to me, that's a neck and upper shoulder kind of relaxation. So you could just let your hands rest to the sides of your leg if that feels better, which I hope it does. You leave your arms low, lift yourself back upright, take your right leg wide to the right, any amount. So it might only move a little bit. You might take your right leg way off to the side or somewhere in between. So your knees are angled away from you and your chest and belly are facing straight forward. Excuse me. Place your hands on the floor in front of you. So we're not facing over the right leg yet. Place your hands on the floor in front of you and just crawl your fingertips forward any amount as you fold over sort of your right ankle your left ankle or shin. That was the first time I messed up my mirroring. Maybe your elbows rest on the floor, maybe they don't. Make the back of your neck long. Okay, lift yourself back upright. We'll keep the legs as they are. Place your left hand behind you on the floor. Reach your right arm out over your right leg. Your left knee will stay on the ground. Slice your right arm through the air and lift your hips. Your right foot might slide in toward you. So we're feeling this pressing of the back of your pelvis forward to the front of your pelvis. You can either point or flex your right foot. Press through your thoracic spine to lift the back of your heart to the front of your heart. If you're interested in that thoracic spine movement, you might also get something out of cactus bending your right arm. Take one more inhale. Exhale, sit back down. Other side, extend your left leg straight forward from hip to the front of your mat. We're facing over the left leg. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold over your left leg. So instead of straining, reaching, stretching the arms, let your arms be softer. I know some people say, but I like to pull on my toes, so then there's this conversation about active range of motion versus passive range of motion, where we'd actually like to use the muscles so rather than taking your foot and yanking, we'd rather use the muscles of the leg and of the belly to be able to find your maximum stretch without having a huge difference of where you are when you would be pulling on a body part. Leave your arms low, lift yourself back upright. Take your left leg wide to the left any amount. You can either flex your right foot or point your right toes, but we're still facing forward with the chest and the belly. Flex your left foot and point your left toes straight up. On the floor in front of you. If you feel enough, you can stay right here. You do not have to fold any farther. If you need more, walk your hands forward. You can lower your elbows down to the ground. So we've taken the stretch a little bit more into the inner thigh, a little bit more into an external rotation, sort of like a hip opener, but more of an inner thigh stretch hopefully in addition to the hamstring stretch. Okay, leave your arms low, lift yourself back upright. Last pose here, we'll leave the legs as they are. Place your right hand on the floor, sort of at an angle back behind you, wherever it feels comfortable, like you're gonna get leverage in this back bend. Reach your left arm out over your left leg. Slice your left arm alongside your left ear as you lift your hips up off the floor. You can either flex your left foot or point your left toes straight forward. You can arc more open through your upper thoracic spine, press the back of your heart to the front of your heart, and maybe cactus bend your arm to feel your shoulder blade press more into the back of your heart. Stay here, one more inhale. Exhale, sit back down. Go ahead and lie down on your back. Lie down flat onto your back. Hug your knees to your chest. And rock a little bit from side to side. Plant your feet on the floor. Cross your right leg on top of your left leg. So instead of a figure four, we're closing the legs all the way together like you're sitting in a chair with your legs crossed. Reach your right arm out on the floor to the right side of you. Twist, drop your knees to your left. If you're pregnant and you'd rather, you can drop your knees over to your right. If you want a deeper twist, if your knees are going to the left, you could pick your hips up and move them more backwards, like left hip more in line with spine. It's okay if your knees don't come anywhere close to touching the floor. Slow down and breathe into your belly. Lift your knees back up through center. Unravel your legs and reset your hips if they were off center. Cross your left leg on top of your right. Reach your left arm out to the left. Drop your knees to your right and your hips to your left. If you're making room for a pregnancy, you can drop your knees to the opposite side. So moving the knees to the left. If you want to feel a deeper twist, move your right hip more backwards on your mat so that you feel more leverage to twist your knees closer to the floor. You can turn to look over your left hand if that feels okay in your neck. Lift your knees back up through center. Unravel your legs. Happy baby, show the bottoms of your feet toward the ceiling. You can reach to grab on either to the fronts of the shins. You can have your feet lower. You can grab onto the fronts of your ankles or grab the outer edges of your feet. You might like to hold still here. You could also rock side to side or straighten out your legs more. I like to hold steady and still here in this pose and just focus on the traction and length in the low back. So the way you can work on that is to try to point your tailbone more at the baseboard of your front wall instead of letting the tailbone curl to point up to the ceiling. So it's like you're pressing in the back of your pelvis into the earth. Release, hug your knees to your chest. Okay, we're ready to release into Shavasana. I do have a Shavasana song at the end of that playlist. If you would like to, I think it's probably not quite to the end of the Motown. So if you want to switch to that last song, Ajna. Shavasana music. So you extend your legs straight out on the mat in front of you. Release your arms down alongside your body and turn your palms face up to the ceiling. Make yourself really comfortable here. I'm going to sit myself up. You can remain lying down for the Shavasana. Of course, if you prefer a seated meditation, just make your way there. So I don't want you to feel like you're working hard at all or using muscles to hold yourself up. Close your eyes. Relax the corners of your eyes. And soften the space behind your eyes. Relax the muscles of your face your eyebrows, your ears, and the back of your jaw. Relax the muscles of your throat. And let that softness travel down through your chest as you slow down what you feel. Let that softness travel down into your belly so that you can slow down what you feel. Melt the weight of your body down to the support of the earth. This is rest that you deserve. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. In the meantime, enjoy this rest. Begin to deepen your breath. And find movement in your hands and in your feet. Find movement in your arms and in your legs. And rock your head gently from side to side on the floor. Stretch your arms behind you on the floor. Take a long stretch. Fetal pose either side. Bend your knees, roll over, and rest your head on your bottom arm. Press your weight into your top hand. Press up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to prayer at your chest. And bow your mind to your heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me this morning. Again, my name is Laura. Happy Sunday. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. If you want to stay on and chat with me for a minute, we will hang out in our room after class. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, thank you so much for joining us. If you want to have the see and be seen experience, you can register through our website for classes actually all day, every day. We only live stream 2 classes a week, but we have Zoom classes all day, every single day of the week at practiceyogaustin.com. The links to donate for this practice are in the, and I'm going to sign off from the live stream. We'll stay on with the Zoomers. Thanks, everybody. I won't be here next week. Tova is going to sub this class next week for y'all. So if you know Tova, you love Tova, because that's just what it means to know Tova. And she's an excellent teacher with excellent music. So I will see y'all week after next.